So in this video, I'm going to be comparing these three different vacuum seal bag kits. So vacuum bag kits, which are excellent to use for either travel, if you want to compress the clothing you have and keep them a bit more secured, or if you want to store your clothes for example, if you want to store your summer clothes for the winter and then keep them secure in a vacuum seal bag. So the different kits we have here is first of all the Snowcoats 15 pack of 3 different ones, and all of these come with a pump. So this one has a pump as well. And here we have VOK's 15 pack with 3 different sizes. And finally here we have ETENWOLF's 12 pack, but it comes with 4 different sizes. So I will lay the bags out on a different area here so you can see it better, and I will turn out the camera. But first I will open up and quickly go through what you get in each bag. So here, start with the Snowcoat ones. Here we first have the different bags, the different sizes. So I have a small, medium and large. And each bag you also get like here, a zipper. So this one will help you seal the bag. And in the end of this video I will do a demos of each one so you can have a good idea of how they work. Also be able to have a good comparison. And then here you finally have the pump. The pump right here also came with this bag, which is very useful for storage, for storing the pump, but also to bring it with you. And there you can also keep the charging cord. And it says USB-C charging cord, which you just plug in here. So this one's battery operated, so you just press it and it pumps out the air. And what you can do, you can put these zippers inside the bag here as well. And now to move on to the VOK one, the other 15 pack with 3 different sizes. First here we have the charging cord for the pump. And here we also have the pump itself, which comes within a small bag here, a pouch. Same as the other one, good for storage. Easy to bring with you. And here is where you charge it with the USB-C, this cord right here. Same as the other one, battery powered, and just use it with one click of the button. As mentioned, I will show a demo where I will use all of the different pumps and the bags so we can have a good comparison. And here are the bags. Like I mentioned, they come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. Some here, and here, and that's it. And just like the other one, you also get these sort of like small zippers here, which you can use to seal the bags. Also okay. Now on to the final one here, the ETENWOLF. And this one, as mentioned, this is 12 pack, and it comes with 4 different sizes. Like the other one, it has a battery powered pump, which comes in this pouch as well. Here's a pump, and just like the other one, you charge it with this USB charging cord. And to operate it, you simply just one press of a button. And for the bags themselves, as you can see here, these come in a separate bag here. These are the zippers like the other ones to help seal each bag. So you get one for each bag, same for each, one zipper for each bag. Here are different sizes here, one here, the bag here, and the other bag here. So now I'm going to show you each of the bags laid out so you can have a better view of the size of each, also in comparison to other ones. And for that I will be using a different surface in here, and I will also be flipping the camera around so you can see my point of view, so give you a better view of the demo and all the bags. So here I have the vacuum bags laid out. So here are the Snowcoats, you can see the box over there, and here's the VOK right here, you can see the box right there. And here's the ETENWOLFs. See here, and then the box over there. And as you can see here instantly is that the sizes are quite different. Here are the smallest, bigger, and then biggest. So instantly you can see it good for various reasons. I believe it can be even more for travel if you have a small luggage you want to put it in. And if you go to the biggest one, see here, unless you have a big luggage bag you're gonna put this in, these can be even more for like a big amount of clothing you want to put away for storage, for example. And then to go into more detail of the sizes here, as mentioned, this one has 15 bags. They were in these bags over here. There are 5 for each size. So here the smallest one here, which is 15.8 times 15.8 inches. You can see it over here. 5 of those. And then the medium-sized one is 15.8 times 19.7 inches. And then finally the biggest, which is 15.8 times 23.6 inches. And as you can see here, for these bags, you open them up on the longer side of it, which is different than these other two, which I will show you shortly. And the bag itself, I'll say it's nice and durable, nice and thick. And it also comes with instructions on the bag itself, which is quite convenient. Now to move on to video case, which also comes in 3 different sizes. Over here, they call it 20 inches, which is 21.3 times 15.8 inches. And then the medium sized one, 25.2 inches times 18.5 inches. And then finally the biggest one, this one, you have 28 inches called here, and then 29.1 times 21.3 inches. Unlike the first one, you open this one on the short end here, and the bag feels, I'll say, pretty much the same as the other one, nice and durable. Now to move on to the last one, ETENWOLF. Mentioned this is a 12 pack, but you have 4 different sizes. And you see here, you get 3 bags per size. So you have jumbo, large, medium, and small. And the small one is 23.6 inches times 15.8. And that's actually the same size as the biggest snow cod. So this one here, the biggest, is 23.6 inches. And then the medium size of this one, see here, it's a 27.6 inches times 19.7. And then the large one, 31.5 times 23.6 inches. And then finally the biggest, which they call the jumbo size, which is 39.4 times 27.6 inches. As you can see here, this one opens up on the top end, not the short end, not the long end here. You can see the material itself is about the same, nice and durable. And now I'm going to move on to the next phase of which will be the demonstration here. And for that, I'm going to try to pick the most comparable sized bags, and then put some clothing in them, and then vacuum seal them. So for that, I will use the smallest one for ETENWOLF, as that one matches the biggest one of the snow cod. And I'd say the closest one in size for VOK is this one, 21.3 times 15.8 inches. So this one is a little bit smaller, but still be a good comparison. Okay, so now for the demo. In each bag, I'm going to vacuum seal 1 pair of pants, 2 t-shirts, and 1 sweater. Let's see, pants, sweater, 2 t-shirts, pants, sweater, 2 t-shirts. Obviously, it's not the same sweaters or pants, so it's not like a perfect match, but hopefully should give a good idea. So now let's fill each bag with the respective clothes. As pointed out, the other one is that this one, snow cods, open up the long end, the other ones doesn't. I'll start here with the pants, sweater, t-shirt. I would say there's more room for more, but for the sake of the demo, I will keep it as this. Now for the UK, this one has the opening on the short end. Start on this one, and the sweater, then each t-shirt. Go, and then finally ETENWOLF. The other one opens up on the short end. Pants here, sweater, and from my own experience, I would say each of these they can fit more. But as for the sake of the demo here, you can keep it as is. I'm gonna seal each bag. I'm gonna use, see where it is, sealing clip. And as I mentioned earlier, you get 1 for each bag. See here, seal here, Then hold it tight and drag it through. I like to drag through a couple times to help make sure it's sealed. If I press the bag, seems like no air is coming out. So let's say that's ready. Sealed VOK one. Same thing here. It's a clip. You have one for each bag. Comes with. Seal it. So we get a measure. I'll do it again here before I confirm that it's been sealed. That's here. So no air is coming out. And then finally, the ETENWOLF. Use a sealer as the other one, so you get one for each bag. Put it on here. Seal it over. Just one more for good measure. Yeah, touch with it to see so like no air is coming out. So I'm preparing for the pumps. So I'll take the lid off from each one. So this is where I can put each pump. There we go. And this one. See if I can stand by itself. Put the end of the pump here. Now it seems to be stuck there pretty well. It's good with the rubber. So it's like a rubber thing here to help keep it sealed. Twist it on. So get a bit of a rubber seal here. For this, I'm actually gonna put the bags a bit closer together so you can have a better view. And then for this one doesn't have a rubber seal. So for it, I will just hold my hand here. Okay, so now I'm gonna start these, try to almost at the same time. So let's go, 1, 2, 3. The ETENWOLF VOK is done. The motor is still pumping. So these are done. No, this is done too. So say these two are definitely faster than this one. What you can do to help speed up this process is that when you take this lid off is to press it down and then some air can come out. But still very fast, you don't really have to do that. At least only for this one because it actually says it here. But yeah, here we can see the results. Nice and vacuum seal, nice and compact. These are ready for travel or be put away in storage. So yeah, overall I like all of these. However, they are quite different. For example, the bags in general are much smaller here. A little bit bigger in this one, and here had the biggest ones, fewer bags and more options. Let's say like if you need a vacuum seal bag kit for clothes storage or storing your clothes, this one better because it's much bigger bags. Unless you be moving or have a very big trip where you need a lot of clothes, this will be good too. These two are very similar. However, the bag's a little bit bigger in this one. So I kind of prefer it that way in that sense. So similar size, but it's still a little bigger, so you can vacuum seal more without having to potentially need a bigger bag. The pumps, these ones were faster than this one. That doesn't really matter, but however, if that's important to you, then these are better. And they all come with a small pouch. Very convenient for travel to bring all with you. And each pump is small, making it very easy to bring with you. And another difference is that these open on the short end, while this one's open on the bigger end. It could be easier to pack this one, but then for my own experience, makes it easier to seal these than this one, if you have a lot in there. Unlike now I had not the max capacity, at least from my experience. I hope this video has been helpful for you to know which one of these vacuum bag kits would be the best fit for you.